The Brand of Sacrifice album release party, featuring 12 brand new songs off our new album, Lifeblood. We'll be giving away multiple prize packs to viewers and announcing the winner of the Lifeblood PlayStation 5 giveaway.
Made it is March 5th. Welcome to the Lifeblood album release party. I am so stoked. Guys, we've been waiting so long for this. Welcome everybody. Oh, how's everybody doing?
How's the levels, guys? Let us know how everybody's volume is here. I can't even keep up with the chat. It's going insane.
Yo, we got over 1,000 people in here right now.
Holy moly, boys.
This is
That's
Oh
great.
my gosh.
it's popping off. Holy shit.
Man, we got a lot of sick stuff for you guys tonight. Like, so many
Crazy
sick guests.
content.
We're giving away a ton of stuff. We're giving away hot sauce. We're giving away Brand of Sacrifice merch. We're giving away Liquid Death. And we're going to give away a PlayStation 5 at the end.
At the very end, make sure to stay tuned. It's going to be a banger of a night, guys. We have so much in store. Before we get started, though, we got to shout out our sponsors for tonight. Got some 6 sponsors.
First off, let's give a huge shout out to Bravado Spice. They've always hooked it up, and they're longtime fans of Brand of Sacrifice. We've been
Longtime fans of the band.
We've been enjoying their hot sauces for years now, and they're incredibly delicious. My personal favorite is actually the blueberry ghost pepper offering. But let me tell you, they just put out a brand new flavor. You can actually see it right here.
Oh, nice. You got it.
And guess what? We're going to give a prize pack later tonight of Bravado Spice hot sauce. And this week only, you can head over to the Bravado Spice website and use the code LIFEBLOOD at checkout, and you'll get 20% off, a whopping 20% off. and that's in celebration of this new record. So make sure you follow them on socials because they have another product set to launch in the next few days. So make sure you're there.
And Liquid Death, dude, new to the Brand of Sacrifice family. So happy to have them. If you haven't heard of Liquid Death, I'm drinking it right now, dude. Straight from the mountains of, where is it? Some sort of, the Austrian Alps, dude. That rules. It's delicious. I'm drinking some sparkling water right now. If you go to liquiddeath.com right after this live stream and sign up for their email list, you're going to get 10% off your next case. So do that. But are you guys ready?
Are you guys ready
Lifeblood, dude?
to start this thing off tonight?
This is going to be
Let
crazy.
us know in the chat. Are you guys ready to hear the first song off of Lifeblood? The introduction? I think everybody's
Let's
ready.
do it.
Let's go ahead and roll this.
Hatred is where you turn when you can't face your grief.
I just wanted to say congrats to the Brand of Sacrifice boys. I've been a fan since the Inner Sights EP. One of my buddies showed me, and I was kind of just like, what is this band? And then find out they come to play live. They used to be an After Image. They're all talented motherfuckers. So just really stoked that I was a part of one of their first tours of Summer Slaughter 2019. As far as Lifeblood goes, album crushes, you know, Demon King came out swinging, but the best tracks are still to come. I've had the pleasure of hearing some of them. So if you haven't pre-ordered the record yet, go do it because the album is sick and you can win a PS5. I mean, come on. Crazy. Honestly, the album rollout for this record, a lot of thought, a lot of hard work. I've told Leo and Kyle so many times, like, I'm so impressed. So definitely reward these boys with their hard work and go check out the record. Love you boys. Everybody be safe.
So what'd you guys think of that one?
Crazy.
The drums are nuts in that tune. So I just want to give a huge shout out to our boy Austin. You just saw him right there on the stream from Lorna Shore. They put out a record last year. Absolute banger. Make sure you pick that up. They're actually going to be releasing the instrumental version shortly for that record as well.
I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow, same time as our record as well. But I think we should talk a little bit about the next song. Well, this one has been already released. It was the first one we put out from this album cycle, Demon King. And just a huge shout out for those who just joined us. We are going to give away a PS5 later in the stream, so don't forget about that. And we're going to go ahead and play the next tune for you guys.
What's up guys, Andrew Bainey here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a YouTuber as well as the guitarist for deathcore band Carcosa, and more than that, I'm a fan of Brand of Sacrifice. In addition to being one of my favorite hoodie companies, they also make some pretty amazing music. So I've been following Brand of Sacrifice for quite a while. In fact, before they were Brand of Sacrifice, when they were still the After image, I was already a huge fan. It's been so awesome to see them progress throughout the years. I've also been on the Brand of Sacrifice Twitch stream with Kyle, and I've worked with Leo on one of the Shibori runs where my band Carcosa was on it. So my favorite thing about Brand of Sacrifice is definitely that they managed to make deathcore catchy. That is a super hard thing to do, and in my opinion, they do it best. I really like songs such as Animal that have that super epic sounding chorus while also retaining the heaviness that is deathcore. And of course, they still got songs like Dawn that have the absolutely brutal, ear-piercingly loud, high-pitched, screeching guitar sounds, which I am all about. So all in all, a huge thank you to the boys in Brand of Sacrifice on their brand new album Lifeblood. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it as much as I did.
Yo, huge shout out to our boy Andrew for putting that together. Make sure you guys go check out his YouTube content and as well his band Carcosa. They have an EP out that is absolute fire, and we need to keep pushing that Canadian metal and that Canadian deathcore. So thank you again to Andrew for being a part of that, and I'll hand it off to Leo here.
Guys, real quick, we have almost 1,400 people in here right now. How insane is that? Thank you guys for joining the stream. It's going to be a banger. We're only 2 songs in. The next one you all know and love, it's called Animal. But before we do that, reminder, we're giving away a PlayStation 5 at the very end of this stream, so stick around. If you haven't already copped Lifeblood and you want to, you can do so at Indie Merch Store or Rising Merch if you're overseas, if you're not in North America. So make sure to check out those 2 outlets if you want Lifeblood. We're going to hand it over to Cam from Born of Osiris to take us into Animal. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We need to talk about Brand of Sacrifice right now. Dear Lord, what a ridiculous band. So first of all, I heard of Brand of Sacrifice from Facebook. I posted something like, hey, I want to hear some new metal. Show me what you got. Somebody posted Brand of Sacrifice on my page, and you know what? The first song I heard was Eclipse. My God, when I heard that keyboard breakdown with the I think I actually pooped in my pants a little bit. So that's the first I heard of Brand of Sacrifice. But then, when I heard Lifeblood, oh my God, insane. And then I actually saw them on the Summer Slaughter tour. We got to play a date with them in Dallas before all the shit hit the fan. And wow, amazing live band. I cannot wait to hear the rest of the songs. Animal again was an amazing song as well. Lifeblood, the breakdown at the end of Lifeblood, killed my grandma. It was insane. Brand of Sacrifice, guys. Hey, look out for this band. They're gonna be huge. Can't wait to tour with you guys. I'm gonna bring you guys on another tour. Brand of Sacrifice, guys. Let's fucking go.
Yo, yo. What'd you guys think of that one? I know we've released this already, but it's always fun to explore songs again and really take in that music video. It's cinematic as F. I'm going to hand this off to Liam, though, to talk about the next tune.
What is up, guys? We just want to give a massive shout out to Cam. Great boy of ours. Board of Osiris. Great guy. And big announcement right now, guys. We're giving away an indie merch store prize pack to someone in the chat watching our live stream right now. So you're going to get a couple shirts and Lifeblood CD. So, I mean, that's amazing. We're happy to bless you guys with a nice prize pack. And we're going to give it off to Leo now to talk about the following track.
Well, before we do that, let's choose the winner. Let's see who's going to win this thing. I have one of the CDs right here, so you're going to get this guy. You're going to get a couple shirts. And this is just the first of many giveaways. So who's going to win it?
I think from what I gather here, it looks like it's Yo, it's Joel.
Yo, it's Joel. Woo! Is the winner of the Indie
Joel
Merch Store prize pack.
Joel.
So, Brad, I know you're there. If you can pop our email address in the chat so that Yo, it's Joel can reach out, we can get a size, and we will shoot him an Indie Merch Store prize pack with a Lifeblood CD. So let's jump into the next tune. This one's one of my personal favorites. It's called Altered Eyes.
Let's check it out.
So this is where it all goes down. I guess this is my studio. So it's very bare bones. There's no acoustic treatment. It's just a kind of an office room in an apartment. And it's just me, my guitar, my computer, and a pair of headphones. So it's really nothing too crazy. Anybody can do it. Quick rig rundown. You have a guitar there, which is an ESP Steph 7B, 7-string baritone guitar. Goes into that pedal underneath the desk there. It's usually not underneath, but your whammy pedal, which goes into this Focusrite red box, this Scarlett right here. And from here, it goes straight into the DAW. I use Logic, and out these Sennheiser headphones. No studio monitors, no nothing. And shout out here to good old Mr. Snuggles wearing the classic Brand of Sacrifice jersey, hockey jersey, the first one we ever made. And no studios complete without the baby. Come here. Oh, look at this big boy. Yeah. All right, let's talk about music for a second. So the interesting thing about the genre Brand of Sacrifice is in, whether you consider that deathcore or metalcore or whatever you want to call it, is that there's this hyperfixation on how heavy things can be, how heavy things sound. And I'm of the opinion that it's not the drop or the breakdown per se that makes things as heavy as they are. It's actually something else.
Think about when you go to a live show to see one of your favorite bands, and you're in a packed room and they start playing your favorite song and the lights are flashing and everyone is moving and you're anticipating that one moment in the song that just totally sets off the entire room. Every good song has it. I know you know what I'm talking about. That feeling of tension and anticipation, and then finally the moment comes and the whole room just explodes. So I think that feeling is kind of what we tried to capture when we were making this record. What I think makes Lifeblood special is this theme of tension throughout the entire thing, both musically and lyrically. When you think about it, while we were writing this record, we were surrounded by tension and stress, right? Like we had just up and left our label in the midst of a pandemic with tons of uncertainty. We just taken on a bunch of the financial risk for the band. And even personally, like, we were all going through some stuff. So I actually think that's what a lot of metal musicians completely overlook, is it's not about the drop or the breakdown, it's about what comes right before it. Because without that, you're already at the destination. There's no build-up, there's no journey, there's no tension. You're just there. And when that moment finally comes, when the spark reaches the dynamite,
It's an explosion. It's like a Michael Bay movie. It's a spectacle. Okay, so let me show you an example. There is a song on the record. It's called Altered Eyes, and I think the end of the song perfectly captures what I'm talking about when it comes to using tension in order to accomplish something heavy, right? So already towards the end of the song, you have that repeating chorus, and the second half sort of has this upbeat sort of drum beat with the chants, and a lead is actually added in to sort of mix it up and keep the beat going. The drums start picking up even more, and then all of a sudden, silence. So already there was a brief buildup, and now you know something is coming because the chorus was actually used as a tension device, a method of tension. So once it cuts to silence, we have this sort of submarine kind of chime sample in the background, which is sort of like a repeating theme in the song, and then this metallic kind of zip sample reminds me of kind of like a gun cocking. So, you know, the song is letting you know something else is about to happen, and then boom. And then the idea here was like, okay, this part on its own is heavy, but when you pick it apart, it's really not all that spectacular, right? Like it's sort of a standard kind of nu metal type two-step, which is cool, but you know, we thought about it and we thought, okay, why don't we add some more tension here? Let's use this first breakdown as a tension device. So let's take Kyle's vocals on the drop, right? And chop it up and use it as a riser. So we sampled it over and over on top of the beat and started pitching it up gradually to add sort of some suspense during the entire drop, and it sort of widens itself out a bit, and then we add the distorted synths behind the guitars for the second iteration. So now as a listener, you're like, this is sick, but is something else coming? Is this not the end, right? I need to know what's going to happen. It's a, what the fuck did I just hear, right? It's larger than life. And then you got to go back and make the journey again just to figure out what happened.
How'd you guys like that one? I know I see a few of you here that actually hadn't checked the song out yet. So that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for those of you that have, we're about to enter some uncharted territory here. But before we do that, we have another giveaway for you guys. We are giving away a signed copy of Lifeblood on CD.
Ooh.
So somebody here is going to win a special copy. Who's it going to be?
Let's let the chat roll for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got.
A lot of people want it.
I think
And
this
the winner
CD,
is
we've got Gwen Lavish is the winner.
Gwen Lavish.
Gwen
wins the
Lavish.
signed copy. Wins the
Gwen
signed copy of
Lavish.
Lifeblood. Brad's gonna spam the email in the chat, so make sure to email us, and we will get you your signed copy of Lifeblood. Now, again, we're jumping into uncharted territory. We have never streamed this before anywhere, I don't think, unless you're in Australia or something. But this next one's called Prophecy of the Falcon. But right before we get into that song, Pedro Lordigan, the artist for the Lifeblood artwork, is going to tell us a little bit about it. So let's roll it.
Let's see what he's got to say.
Hey guys, this is Lodigan. I'm here to share with you a couple steps of the Brand of Sacrifice artwork. Here we have the very first rough sketch that I used to do the art with pen on paper, just to get the composition right and the concept itself. After this, I have a couple of different options. We have this one, the second one, and the third one, as you can see. Once I start to using different colors and tones, just to get the different options, we have here the reddish tone and the bluish tone. After this, I used to do a couple line arts just to help me guide me in defining forms to paint. And after this, it's done, basically. We have the very first rough sketch and the final one, as you can see. I'm Lordigan, and thank you very much.
But
My name is Hardcore Keem. I am a metal reactor. I know, it's whack. I would love to meet Brand of Sacrifice. Actually, relationship-wise, I don't know where we stand. I feel like I'm a little bit of the side piece, but that's besides the point. How do I feel about Brand of Sacrifice? It's hard to really put into words. They've only given us little pieces of blood spatter and the whole Lifeblood pie. I'm ready for the breakdowns. I'm ready for Kyle to be more OP. Y'all already know what I mean. I'm ready for the fast-pacedness. I'm ready for the ominous, the atmosphere to go boom. Boom and make it boom. And I'm ready for Lifeblood. Baby!
Yo, what'd you guys think of that one? That's the second track that was brand new. We haven't released yet. You guys dig that one? I'm going to hand it over to Dallas here, who's going to talk about a few awesome things.
Well, we will be doing a Bravado Spice Pack giveaway. I know y'all are hyped for that. Leo, do you want to run that right now or what? What do you think?
Yeah, let's do a copy read first before we get there. Kyle and I will do it.
I think that's a good idea.
That is... Missed that. So, we will be giving away some hot sauce, but big shout out once again to our boys at Bravado Spice for always hooking it up and being longtime fans of the band.
Longtime fans.
We've been enjoying their hot sauces for years. My favorite is the blueberry ghost pepper offering. And make sure that you check out their brand new hot sauce. You can see it right here. That'll be coming out. That said, if you use the code Lifeblood at checkout, you can get a whopping 20% off. So make sure you check that out.
Wow.
I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but Liquid Death water bleeds from a mountain in Austria, the Australian Alps. That's the copy read I have in front of me. The cans are also made of recyclable metal, not single-use plastic that kills dolphins. So shout out to them. If you go to liquiddeath.com after this live stream and sign up for their email list, you get 10% off your next case. So make sure to check them out. It's also delicious. I've been drinking it all week. It rules. So check out Liquid Death. And now we'll hand it off to Dallas.
Hey, let's just say what I just said. Let's get it going. Let's go. We're going to do a Bravado Spice Pack giveaway. I know y'all are hyped. Let's see some hype in the chat. Kyle, I think you got the generator to make it pop. So let's go over.
Let me get this popping. All right,
let's go.
We've got Ben Cobb. Ben on the Cobb.
Ben
on the Cobb.
You got that spice. We send
Big
you some
Ben's
spice,
only,
bro.
baby.
Congrats to Ben. We're going to shoot you the email in the chat. Make sure to reach out to us. We'll get you that Bravado Spice prize pack. Now, let's hand it over to our good friend Mike Caputo from Rings of Saturn to bring us into the next tune.
Mike Caputo.
So back in 2019, I found out that Brand of Sacrifice was going to be touring with Rings on our fall Jidim US headliner. So I went to Summer Slaughter and I met them, and I immediately found out that in addition to them being just insane musicians live and in the studio, they're also like the sickest dudes ever. I immediately knew that touring with them was going to be super fun. The tour went so well that they actually came with us to Europe. And let me tell you, sharing a bus all day, every day with 20 other dudes has the potential to be not great. But the Boss Boys were so great to be around and tour with. It was super, super fun. The new album, Lifeblood, is super solid. Every track is great. Everything you could want is on this album. Sick riffs, sick breakdowns, sick drum parts, sick vocals, you name it, they got it. They've succeeded in crafting a sound that when a song of theirs comes on, you know it's them. Make sure you grab this album. Buy it. Make sure you buy it. If you really want to support a band, buy their stuff. Personally, I don't have an account for any streaming services. I still buy CDs. I still listen to all my music on an old school iPod Classic. So make sure you pick up a copy of Lifeblood, jam it, enjoy it, support the Boss Boys.
What'd you guys think of that one? I saw somebody in the chat say Fantasia, and that's exactly what I picture in my mind. I can see Griffith looking over the new kingdom.
Yo, fun fact about that one, that was the trailer for Animal. It was in the trailer for Animal.
It was.
If you guys saw that trailer when it came out, this song was in there. So
I just want to give a huge shout out as well to Mike Caputo and Rings of Saturn. Incredible band, incredible drummer. Make sure you guys get yourself a copy of Jadim. I think there's some new vinyl available. Actually, they've also re-released Embryonic Anomaly with their original vocalist. So that's something really sick that they're doing right now. They got some music videos out. But let's have Liam talk a little bit about Liquid Death.
Guys, just when you thought it was over, we have another amazing prize pack giveaway for you guys. So we're giving away a full case of Liquid Death, which Leo talked about earlier. Delicious and recycled material, so helping the environment, saving the dolphins and the seals and God knows what else.
And it's tasting good while you do it.
So we're gonna get Kyle. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Kyle to browse through this chat with the generator and pick one lucky ass winner right now.
All right, let's see what this is gonna
spam it in the chat,
us.
boys and girls.
It looks like our winner is Merton. Merton is the winner of the Liquid Death prize pack.
Congrats, Merton. You know what to do. Brad's going to spam the email in the chat. Make sure to send us a note.
Spam it.
And we'll hook you up.
Classic Merton.
Classic Merton. Congrats to you, my man.
So I think you guys have been waiting for this one, but we're going to pass it over to our buddy, our pal in Shadow of Intent, our boy, Bender.
I originally found out about Brand of Sacrifice about 2 years ago. I heard the song Charlotte, and I was immediately really impressed by it. It seemed really fresh, while there were some traces of old deathcore and other subgenres in metal, as well as some stuff that wasn't metal, that kept it really familiar, but really new and exciting, and I thought that was really cool. I am on a song called Mortal Vessel, and it fucking rips. I definitely think that this record will open a lot of new doors and bring them new opportunities. I got to know them really well on the Melancholy Winter tour we did together last year. And we wanted them to be on that tour because we needed another up-and-coming band that could bring a certain energy to the show every day and bring it to that atmosphere where everyone's having a good time, and they managed to do that every single night without fail. I also learned a few things about them. They are really driven and passionate musicians that really care about their fans and what their fans want and think. And they're just really great people, honestly. And Lifeblood proves that you can count on them to deliver anything. Do me a favor and make sure you go check that out as soon as you can, because you'd be making a huge mistake not to.
Like a sword, the blood begins flowing from me. I am starting.
Yo. You guys like that one? I know you guys have been waiting for that one. Dude, Ben at the end.
Insanity, bro.
He makes me sound like a little mouse in comparison.
Dude is a monster.
Great collab.
Absolutely insane. Huge shout out to the Shadow of Intent boys. Thank you guys for bringing us out on the Melancholy Winter Tour. It was an absolute blast. All those shows surpassed expectations, and I'm glad to call you guys our friends here. And
love you, boys.
Love you, dudes. So next we got something a little interesting. We're gonna talk a little bit about my history in metal and what got me into it and where I came from initially. I've been at it for a little while here, and Then we're going to jump in to a song called Foe of the Inhuman, which features none other than Eric from I Prevail. And just wait till you guys hear that part. But let's jump right into it. And before we do that, though, I just want to mention that exclusively for this stream, we've gone ahead and reduced the cost of Lifeblood on Bandcamp. So you can go on Bandcamp and you can get our record for $6.66 right now.
Can.
So if you're interested, go and check it out there.
Bargain.
And everything helps out as far as the first week goes. But let's go ahead and check out Foe of the Inhuman.
Check it out.
I think to many, my life could be considered a collection of failures or mistakes repeated over and over and over and over. From personal relationships to school or even how I treated myself. School was important to me when I was young. I got great marks, despite my bad penmanship. I was a happy-go-lucky kid. I loved to sing, loved to dress up and act like my favorite superheroes. I guess I was a character in all senses of the word. I'd start the year off on the right foot, but within a couple of months, I'd lose all motivation, start skipping again. I'd straight up give up and give in to ADHD or laziness, or maybe it was just I didn't enjoy what I was doing and I couldn't find anything that made me feel like I belonged. And then this thing came along called metal, and I finally found something that was important to me. My friend Brad Small showed me bands like Adelaide Dying, Bleeding Through, Atreyu, Alexis on Fire, and I was absolutely obsessed. But my first metalcore show was at a little venue called Latcham Hall, and this was the place for shows in my area. Shows were bigger than just the music. There was this one band, though, that really caught my eye. They were called the Memphis West, and they had one of the best vocalists around, too, at the time in my area. I was legit mesmerized by their set, and I immediately knew I wanted to be part of this scene, and I wanted to be a frontman, too. So when the singer left my very first band, I honestly just jumped right into it. The band ended up becoming centuries apart. Ironically, we lasted much less than a century, about a year or so, I think, as a full band. Ultimately, we scrapped that idea and we started a project that ended up being called The Afterimage. It's very difficult seeing something that you built from the ground up fail and fall short. And I think it's even harder to say goodbye. We devoted our blood, sweat, and tears to previous bands, but I think ending them was one of the best decisions that we ever made. It allowed us to shed the weight of expectation, and in doing so, we learned to actually have fun again and enjoy making the music we make. And having fun means doing what we want to do. A song with nearly a 40-second intro shouldn't be successful in the age of get to the chorus. But we didn't write Eclipse or any of the songs that we wrote with that in mind.
I know it's hard to innovate nowadays. A blast beat's always going to be a blast beat. A breakdown's always going to be a breakdown. But the guys in Brand of Sacrifice are actually crafting a sound of their own and bringing something new to the table.
Hell, a choir breakdown, that really shouldn't work, but it has, and it's resonated with fans and peers and even bands that we grew up on.
The older stuff is badass. The new stuff is next level. And what really excites me about it is when I listen to it, I hear a lot of the original core tenets of deathcore that we all know and love. But then I'm hearing so many new elements, so many other genres brought into it.
It's been so awesome to watch the rollout of this album. I feel like seeing the hype being built up makes me feel like I'm part of something larger than life again. And I think it not only comes from the rollout of this album, but just also from the music itself.
Maybe you'll see Carnifex and Brand of Sacrifice on the road, huh? I think it's gonna be a good year for deathcore, and you know what? Brand of Sacrifice is kicking it off.
Watching a band continue to push the level of greatness that is happening in this genre, and as someone who grew up listening to obviously a lot of deathcore, especially in the MySpace days, it makes me so happy that all these years later, there are bands still continuing to thrive and give this amazing moment of this music. And I feel like it just shows that appreciation, because not only are Brand of Sacrifice bringing something really big to the table with Lifeblood, and that's a lot coming from Godhand, which was an amazing album, they are going to also be in the lead of inspiring more bands to continue to bring life and meaning into this genre. And it's just amazing to see.
Yo, what'd you guys think of that one? Couple.
That one's one of my personal favorites, man.
Couple different things going on there.
That is my favorite track.
I think that
Shout
one
out
is an anthem. Shout out to Eric from I Prevail for doing that
Yo,
feature.
He killed that feature.
Absolutely slayed it. He
Flames in the chat for Eric, man. He crushed it.
he's got some of the most sharp, razor sharp mid screams in the game, and I feel like he adapted his sound especially well to the way that song went and the style that Boss has. So huge shout outs to him, and we appreciate him being a part of this record, especially a band of their size and the support that
Big
he's shown
fans
for
of Viper
Boss.
Vale too.
So it's incredible.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to also talk to you guys about a group we've got on Facebook called the Branded Ones. It's an exclusive club that you can join, where we have giveaways, we have exclusive merch. We generally will provide information early to the Branded Ones group. So this is something...
Or anybody else gets it.
Yeah, before anybody else does, before any socials go out. So we highly recommend that you join that if you're interested in becoming one of the Branded Ones. What do we got next?
Brad will spam the link in the chat. You can also go to brandofsacrifice.com and scroll to the very bottom to sign up. It's free. Definitely recommend you do it if you want early access to merch, news, and a bunch more. So check it out.
So I think some of you guys might have noticed something a little bit different going on with that song. There's a little bit of clean vocals in there. And I think we applied that in a way that worked with the Boss toolkit pretty well. We wanted it to be more of a chant that people could sing along to, even in a live setting with us as well. And of course, we still have the heavy vocals on top, but I think that's something you might see a little bit more from us. Let us know if you guys like that. But I think it's time to jump in to a little video that discusses our boy Liam. Let's see what he's got to say.
Our goal as a band has always been to strive and reach new heights, as well as always look forward. Lifeblood is a culmination, if you will, of all the hard work that's been put into this band on and off the road for the last few years. I've had the great pleasure of seeing my work and my influence come to life on tracks like Ruin and Mortal Vessel, and I can assure all the amazing supporters that this is just the beginning of Brand of Sacrifice.
You guys keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are changing the game. Thank you guys so much for being so close to the fans and making a great community.
Alright, so you know you boys already win an album of the year. It's already done, hands down. After Lifeblood first released, it was a done deal. Nothing else is topping that. Keep on doing what you're doing. Fucking love it.
So what I love about Brand of Sacrifice is that they are some of the most cool and interactive guys in the deathcore scene, and that with every album they not only improve in almost every area that it is possible to improve in, but they bring something fresh and new to the genre. Also, the early merch and the Branded Ones is probably one of the main reasons I stay there. Coolest guys ever.
I think it's definitely safe to say that Brand of Sacrifice are changing the game in deathcore right now.
I think what I like most about the Branded Ones is how active the band is. They feel very connected in a way that most bands really don't.
Yo, Jamie Graham on that chorus.
Slayed it.
Absolutely destroyed it.
Unbelievable.
Killed it.
Unbelievable.
Make sure you check
remember
out
when-
his band, Viscera.
When we first heard that part, we were floored. I mean, crazy. What you guys think?
You guys like that one? I think they like that one. Huge shout out to the Branded Ones once again. If you guys want to join the Branded Ones group, it's available on Facebook. Search the Branded Ones official boss group, and you can be a part of that. Again, we provide information right before anything else that goes up. We have exclusive merch for the Branded Ones, and we do a lot of fun giveaways, and we connect with you directly on the Branded Ones group. We're super active and a part of that
They're all
group.
the time.
So I'm going to hand it off to Leo, I believe.
Liam,
my
first.
apologies.
Just a couple letters different. It's not a big deal. So guys, if you were not here at the beginning of the stream, just to remind you, at the end of the stream, we are giving away the exclusive PS5 Boss Branded Edition PlayStation. So be sure to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. And if you haven't already, you can still go to Indie Merch, Rising Merch, get some great packages, vinyls, t-shirts, you name it. It's all there for you. Appreciate the support. And I'm going to hand it off to Leo.
Speaking of vinyls, it's time for a giveaway. We are giving away one of the Lifeblood test presses. We have very few of these, and one of you guys is going to get it. So,
damn.
Let's see who's going to win. This is a crazy giveaway. Like, these are super rare. You're not going to find these anywhere. So, I'm stoked for whoever wins this. Let's see who it is.
Who should we roll here? Who's going to roll? All right, so let's see what we got. Looks like the winner of this test pressing is Tanya de Terror.
Tanya de Terror.
De Terror.
Tanya de Terror.
Come on down.
All right. Congratulations, Tanya. You have just won yourself a Lifeblood test press. This is a holy grail right here,
Amazing.
folks. You know what to do. Brad's going to spam the email in the chat. Make sure to reach out. We will get you this test press ASAP. Now, we're going to kick it off to a clip from our boy James, our drummer. He's going to talk about his process writing drums for the record. So let's do that.
Let's check it out.
My name is James Canoral. I'm a freelance musician in New York City, and I play drums for Brand of Sacrifice. It was almost a year ago that I met up with Leo and Kyle in New York City to talk about joining the band. They were really interested in chatting with me about it, and I was interested in working with them because I've seen bands and things that Leo and Kyle have done with the After Image and Ascariasis. I've been internet friends with Leo for a bit, so I definitely was aware of the work that he was doing. So what ended up kind of sealing the deal for me was they sent me 2 songs as an audition, and being able to study those songs and kind of learning all the intricacies of how this music is composed and works kind of really made me, the light bulb kind of went off in terms of, oh, this is actually real sick. So when it came to recording Lifeblood, the main issue was really my technical ability. I did not possess any of the chops to really pull off a lot of these parts. So it was just a lot of practicing 10-hour days of boring endurance practice, watching Netflix and just playing double bass and sitting at home with a practice pad and, you know, running hand drills. I charted out the songs from easiest to hardest and started with the easiest songs such as Animal, Altered Eyes, and Vengeance. And then I worked my way through to the hardest songs such as Ruin, Mortal Vessel, and Demon King. And this was the plan until COVID happened and my studio shut down and I got a hernia. So I wasn't able to get to my drums for about 2 months. When my studio was back open, I had already been listening to the demos for so long, and I had internalized about everything I could possibly internalize. I wasn't able to get caught up on my feet, but my hands were definitely in a way better place than they were 2 months prior. It was also pretty daunting to not only record the drums to provide a really good performance, but also engineer them in a way that they would sound awesome. And I think we actually achieved that. And you know, I didn't really do anything super crazy. I just used all the stuff I would normally use for a session, minus I used a mesh kick drum head for the bass drum, so that way all the kicks would be out of all the other mics, everything would be super clean recording. Some of the standouts from the recording were my offbeat Drumco snare. It's a full copper snare drum that sounds awesome. And then the other thing that I think a lot of people have begun to enjoy from the record is my collection of ice bells that had got featured on Animal, which was actually that part, which is funny to me that everyone loves that part because that was like a goofball thing that I threw in the take. This song was honestly the most daunting thing that I had to play on this record. It's the fastest song, and in the programmed drums there was, you know, straight blast beats going on, and there was no way I was going to be able to do it the way it was programmed, so I had to kind of figure out a creative way to get the aggression that was expressed in the demo, but also make it humanly possible. So what I landed on was a basic Dirk Verburen blast between my snare drum and my stack. And this was something I had to build up over time in terms of the speed. But the other thing about Ruin in particular that I'm really proud of is a lot of that song is basically improv. Aside from the breakdowns and the blast parts, there's a lot of just fills of me chopping and doing silly drum stuff. And it's also really cool because it kind of adds to the chaos of that section. And then when that chop is done, everyone comes together on the next beat. And I feel like it is more impactful because you go from this mass chaos to a more focused attack, which really works well in that song. My moment of listening to the demos when I realized that this record was going to be sick was the first time I heard Altered Eyes, actually. You know, after hearing Demon King and after hearing Animal and after hearing Ruin and after hearing all these songs and just being like, wow, consistently this stuff sounds sick. So I'm really stoked that through all of 2020 we were able to put together such a really great collection of songs and, you know, actually hang out in real life to put the music videos together. The fans have really come through with the support and excitement about the record, so I'm really excited for everyone to check it out.
What'd you guys think of that video from James? We're going to have James talk a little bit more about it and give some further clarification on a couple of things. Go ahead, James.
Oh, okay. So, I guess we can talk about ruin-related things or drum-related things.
Whatever you like, my man.
Drum-related things. Let's talk about just recording drums was kind of funny. This was another thing that got cut from my video that I thought was pretty hilarious. Is this was probably the first record I've done in like 6 years where I tracked something and then just sent it to the guys, and you know, I'm waiting to like, oh fuck, they're gonna hate it. Oh god, they're gonna hate it. They're gonna be like, this guy sucks. We're gonna get a computer for this record instead. And then I would just get a message from Leo that was like 2 words that would just be like, sick, next. And I'm like, that's it? That's all we got? Like, that's all I gotta do? Awesome. This is a low stress situation. So this, I think the only time there was ever a revision, quote unquote, that I had to do for the record was I played the one groove in Animal wrong, and then the way that Leo described me to play it correctly was, I think he was on the train in Queens or something, and you just beatboxed it into your phone and sent that to me. So it was like you beatboxing it and then train noises on top. So I was like, all right, this is a very easy working relationship. I can do
That's how
this.
it's done.
Great.
Amazing. Well, of course, shout out to James. Smash this record. We're happy to have him. He's a brand new member to Boss. He joined us right when we released Demon King on December 9th when the rain began. But let's do a copy read real quick. Kyle, if you want to do the first one.
Huge shout out to our boys at Bravado Spice Company once again for always hooking it up and being longtime fans of the band.
Longtime fans of the band.
We've been enjoying these lovely hot sauces for years, and they're absolutely delicious. My favorite is the blueberry ghost pepper offering. And they're just about to put out a brand new flavor. And one thing to note, you can go to their website and purchase with the code Lifeblood for a whopping 20% off in celebration of the new record.
Hell yeah. You guys know about Liquid Death. It bleeds from a mountain in the Austrian Alps. It's delicious. If you go to liquiddeath.com and sign up for their email list, you're going to get 10% off your next case. So do it. Great. It's sustainable, it doesn't kill dolphins, and it's delicious. And on that note, let's move on and hand it off to our friend Burb.
Let's see what our boy Burb has to say.
Music-wise, it's easily some of the most creative and heavy deathcore in the scene right now. And marketing-wise, you guys are killing all fronts. The VR thing that's insane, man. That's insane. And the PlayStation 5 with your album artwork, crazy. I want that. I don't even have PS5. I want that shit. But also, you guys are from Toronto, and I'm from Toronto too. So when COVID's over and touring can happen again, I'm going to be dead center at the very front going, woo! And holy shit to you guys, because I cannot wait to see you guys play the new stuff live. I'm so fired up for you guys. That's all I'm going to do for Chit Chat, so let's fucking do it.
Put your trust in. If a knowledge and
met the Brand guys back on Summer Slaughter 2019 when I was stage managing that tour, and we decided on the Jim release tour to work together. So I had the privilege of mixing them there, and then we took majority of that tour over to Europe the beginning of 2020, and here we are almost a year later, and I have been listening to Lifeblood on repeat the moment Kyle sent it over to me. It's really reawakened my like for deathcore. It's been a while, and this really hit the spot on there. It's got the gnarly heavy breakdowns with the crazy high register, squeak, shrilly, Leo signature stuff. Kyle's vocals are really top notch on this. It's seriously a crazy good performance. I highly recommend everyone check it out, and this has serious potential to be not only metal album of the year, but album of the year. Stay safe, everyone.
Yo, massive shout out to our boy Alex Kendrick at the end there. He's the man behind the board a lot of the time when we're on tour. Absolutely slays it.
Is.
He's the master of snare bombs live, just so you guys know.
Extremely talented.
Extremely
if you've
talented
been to a show,
at what he does.
You've seen it.
But that said, I think it's time for another giveaway. They just keep coming. We're going to give away another signed copy of Lifeblood.
One more
to give away. Also, I do gotta say, the man Tyler Shelton on the mic at the end there.
Oh,
absolutely
slayed it.
Destroyed that track.
Just craziness, dude. Been listening to that guy for years, man. He slayed it.
Funny enough, Leo and I once lived together for a little while in 2013, and we constantly listened to early Traders back then, and we fell in love at that point. So we knew we had to have him on the record, especially after the run in Europe that we did with him.
So good.
But let's give away this CD. Who do we got? Let's see what the RNGesus has for us here. All right, let's see. It's gonna be Matthew Stevens.
Whoa, Matty Stevens.
Congratulations,
Matthew
dude.
Stevens,
you, know
you have won a copy of Lifeblood, a signed copy.
That's right here. You know what to do. Reach out to our email. Brad will spam it in the chat, and we will get you hooked up. But now, well, before we pass it off to our next guest, talking a little bit about the interludes on the album, because I think they're kind of interesting. We wanted to take an orchestral sort of cinematic approach to these interludes and give the listener a bit of a break between all the chaos in between them, but also make sure it's still, captivating and a little bit emotional at the same time. So we're going to hand it off to our friend Ricky, who's going to lead us into our next song. Let's check it out.
Let's see what he's got to say.
I have to say, ever since hearing about them, they have steadily become one of my favorite bands. Off of the new material, I'd have to say Demon King is by far my favorite. That song has literally everything that I like about heavy music. Heavy, crushing riffs, super fast technical stuff, and the voicing and all the tones are amazing. I love it.
right, so I'm going to do a clap for syncing. I'm going to do a better clap. 1, 2, 3. Hey, what's up? Bradley Zardegger here. You may know me as Brand of Sacrifice, this marketing manager. You've also probably seen me around the Branded Ones, which is our Facebook fan group community thing. Check it out. I'm doing marketing right now, telling you to join our group. Come join our group. It's a lot of fun. We talk about stuff and you get exclusive news, exclusive merch, early access to shit. It's cool. Anyway, I'm here to talk about some of my favorite things about Lifeblood and this whole album. It's the largest album rollout that I've personally been a part of yet, so it's a career highlight for me for that reason. Yeah, so a few things that I remember from this album rollout. The first time that I heard Demon King, it was the first track that was that we had mastered, and just hearing that like full bore was awesome. I also remember when Leo first sent over like a demo of Animal. It was then called Shark Tank, and I was like, dude, this is the best song that you've ever released. I think it was like a minute or two. I also loved watching Lifeblood, the title track, come together from like, you know, it was a track that I was like, okay, we're gonna have a title track, to like, as it was built and we kept getting demo updates, it became one of my favorites on the album. I was also super impressed with Foe of the Inhuman and Eric Vanlerbergy from I Prevail. Just like, he doesn't have like the voice that you would typically associate with deathcore, but he really like made his voice really mean and it really fits. And then I just remember the opener intro Dawn. Just when Leo sent me that, I was like, that hits hard. Because I love Brand of Sacrifice's intros because so many bands use intros as like this meandering symphonic way to enter an album. They just like hit you really hard. So it's awesome. All that being said, thank you so much for, being a part of this, watching this, helping us spread the word about the band, this release, and everything that you've done. It legitimately would not be possible without you. And I'm pleased, if any of this speaks to you, keep sharing throughout this week. Maybe we can sell a few others and maybe we can chart. That'd be cool as hell. I want a plaque on my fucking wall, dude. Thank you for supporting Brand of Sacrifice, Lifeblood, and by proxy, myself. It's very appreciated. Thanks.
Before we move forward, guys, I'd really like to give a huge thank you to Bradley Zorgdreger, the gentleman who we just saw on the screen. He's been absolutely pivotal when it came to this release as a whole. He's one of the most hardworking, talented, and passionate guys that I've ever met in my life. So just give a huge shout out, chat, to Bradley for all his hard work and attention to detail and his passion. That's not something you can teach, and I'm really proud of the work he's done, and proud to call him my friend.
And shout out to you guys. Shout out to the supporters, the fans, the listeners. Shout out to the Branded Ones. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We still have one more tune to go, and then we're going to do the last giveaway of the night. We're all waiting for it. But before we do that, I also want to thank Liquid Death and Bravado Spice for sponsoring this event. Really appreciate you guys hooking us up with all this awesome product, and we're so happy that we were able to give some away. But I think without further ado, let's play the title track, and then let's give away that PS5. Let's do it.
Let's go. Yo. That one's such a fun one. Chat,
Also
I want to
one of
know.
my personal favorites.
Chat, I want to know what your favorite song from the record is. Spam that chat with your favorite right now.
Guys, while you're doing that, if you haven't gotten a copy of Lifeblood, you can do so at indiemerch.com and risingmerch.com. There are still some vinyl available as of streaming this, so make sure to head on over there if you want one of those. There's CDs, multiple bundles, so check that out if you want to support us as well.
And once again, right now, Lifeblood is available for $6.66 on Bandcamp. Right now for you listeners of the stream. Okay, let's check out this chat. Oh my gosh, it's literally everything.
Seeing a lot of Mortal Vessels and Ruins and Vengeance.
Lots of Vengeance, actually.
Lots of Vengeance, okay.
Yeah. Lots of Lifeblood. It's a little bit of everything. Love it.
No Dawn, though. Kind of disappointed. No Perfect World? You guys don't like orchestral bangers?
I like Ruin because it's a little more raw sounding than the other tunes. It's like a nice change of pace.
I'm loving that Foe of the Inhuman, man. Such a banger.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Killed it.
So I think, without further ado, we got something to show you real quick before we jump into the finale. So it is time to give away the Lifeblood branded PlayStation 5. This winner was selected
Let's go, dude.
from both those who pre-ordered the record on Indie Merch, as well as all those who emailed in or used the feed on our website. So it was randomly picked from this.
We got thousands
of entries.
Thousands. So thank you for that. That is awesome.
We had to leave this up to the random number generator. So I'd like to announce that the winner is Joseph Randazzo.
Joseph Randazzo,
Joey Randazzo.
We'll be sending you an email. We'll shoot you an email. We've got your email, and we'll let you know what we need next to get this console to you.
Dude, I am so happy
next
for you,
Cyberpunk
Joseph.
update.
Amazing.
Congratulations to Joey Joseph Randazzo. You won the Lifeblood PlayStation 5. How fucking sick is that?
Man. That's so sick, dude.
That's so dope.
Joseph, you're in the chat. We can't see it, but congratulations to you, man. Really hope you enjoy the console. Insane. You're going to love it. Can't wait to get that out to you. And with that, I think this concludes our album release party stream. Again, thank you guys so much. I mean, this was record breaking, dude. We had like 1,500 people in here
this is
almost the
insane.
entire time. You guys are absolutely amazing. We're blown away. Thank you so much. If you picked up a copy of the record, it'll be out on all streaming platforms tonight at midnight or local time midnight for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. We'd love to hear what your favorite song is after a few listens. And again, thank you so much. Thank you to our sponsors, Liquid Death and Bravado Spice, once again, for hooking it up. Always a great time.
And
yeah, I think that's
most
that.
of all, thank you to you guys. You are the reason that we're able to do this. We're able to have a fun party together. You're the reason why this record exists. So we wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you for being here and hanging out with us. It means the world to us. And
Thank
we
you
can't
so much.
wait to be back on the road once this is all over and hang out with each and every one of you at the merch table and just chat and hang out. I can't wait.
Listen, 2021 is going to be big for Boss, so make sure you stick around. And
Well, with that said, I think that's it, guys. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And thank you for listening to Lifeblood.